Hey guys, it's Reed. What's up? I hope you're good. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a rom-com reading vlog because lately I've been kind of in a reading slump, and everything, even if it's a good read, everything feels like too big of a read. Vlog, so I'm going to show you the TBR because I can. I have multiple rom-coms. So first, because of the holidays, I'm gonna read Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochran, which is about Ellie who had a... I'm gonna read you the back. So here it says, "It's the best time of the year. 1 year ago, recent Portland transplant Ellie Oliver had her dream job in animation and a Christmas Eve bookstore meet-cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone, and desperate for money. Since finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days, until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking drunken plan, a marriage of convenience that will give him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. They decide to spend the holidays together at his family cabin to keep up the ruse. But when Andrew introduces his fiancée to his sister, Ellie is shocked to discover that his sister is Jack, the mysterious woman she fell for last Christmas Eve. Now, over one very festive week, Ellie must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. It's the holidays. This book seems cute. Yeah. Next, I haven't read Beach Read by Emily Henriette. I've read her two other books, which I don't remember the names. People We Meet on Vacation, which I didn't super love because of the dual timeline. It kind of fucked with me. Like, it was good, but the timeline's fucked with my head. And then the other one, Beach Read, like that one. So I hope I really like this one too. So this one says, "One summer, two rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. Nora Steffen's life is books. She reads them all, and she is not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved little sister Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Fall, North Carolina, for the month of August, when Libby begs her for a sister's trip away, with visions of small-town transformations for Nora, who she's convinced need to become the heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics and meadows and run-ins with a handsome country doctor or bulging four-armed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lastra, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet-cute, if not for the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves." Listen. I know I'm gonna love this. That's book 2. I have a big TBR, which are just all rom-coms that I haven't read yet. A lot of queer ones too. Next one is Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly, which I bought not too long ago, and I've just been wanting. There's non-binary rap in this, and there's a baking show and rom-com, and that's all I know. So on the back it says, "There's nothing like a little competition to heat things up. Dahlia Woodson's culinary dream are coming true. Sure, her marriage ended in a hideous explosion of misery, and she's quit her job for the gamble of a lifetime. But she's finally contestant, I hate that word, oh my god, I can't say it, on the cooking show Chef's Special. Now, all Dahlia has to do is not fall on her face more than once, make the best food of her life, and try not to get distracted by her hot, incredibly dishy competitor. London Parker is fighting for more than just cooking title. Not only did they just come out as non-binary on national television, but this is an opportunity for London to raise some support and a ton of cash for the queer community. No pressure. Getting distracted by a tiny and adorable tornado like Dahlia could be disastrous. Still, somewhere among the flying fish tacos, rampant egos, and culinary chaos is something that looks a lot like delicious spicy chemistry. But can London and Dahlia's growing relationship take the heat, or are they about to get burned? I've been wanting to read it since it came out, and finally going to do so in this vlog. Hell yeah. Next, another queer one, Some Girls Do, by Jennifer Duggan. Here it says, Morgan, an elite track athlete, is forced to transfer late in her senior year after it turns out being gay is against her private Catholic school's code of conduct. Ruby loves nothing more than tinkering with her baby blue 1974 Torino. Most weekends she's stuck living out the dreams of her mother, a former beauty queen, by competing in local pageants. Morgan and Ruby are drawn to each other, and when they're together, Ruby begins to envision a future for herself she never thought possible. But while Morgan, hot and proud and determined to have a fresh start, doesn't have to keep their budding relationship a secret, Ruby has never told anyone about the feelings she's denied herself for so long. With each girl at a different point on her own journey, can they go the distance together? Coming of age, coming out story? Fuck yeah. Another queer one. She Gets the Girl. I've been wanting this. I pre-ordered this book. I've been wanting it since before it came out. I haven't read it yet. The two authors are two married women, like they're married together. So it's She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Derrick. This story seems very fucking cute, so... Alex Blackwood is a little bit headstrong with a dash of chaos and a whole lot of flirt. She knows how to get the girl. Keeping her, on the other hand, not so much. Molly Parker has everything in her life totally in control, except for her complete awkwardness with just about anyone besides her mom. She knows she's in love with the impossibly cool Cora Myers. She just hasn't actually talked to her yet. Alex and Molly don't belong on the same planet, let alone the same college campus. But when Alex, fresh off of a bad but hopefully not permanent breakup, discovers Molly's hidden crush as their path cross the night before classes start, they realize they might have a common interest after all. Because maybe, if Alex volunteers to help Molly learn how to get her dream girl to fall for her, she can prove to her ex that she's not a selfish flirt. That she's ready for actual commitment. And while Alex is the last person Molly would ever think she could trust, she can't deny Alex knows what she's doing with girls unlike her. As the two embark on their 5-step plan to get the girls to fall for them, though they both begin to wonder if maybe they're the ones falling for each other. That's part of the acknowledgements, okay? This entire book, being able to co-write something with my best friend and a wife, has been an absolute dream come true. 3 more books. These 3 are all not queer. I have 2 books by Lily Gold because she wrote 4 and she's putting out a 5th one at the start of spring. And I love her work. The ones I read are these 2, Triple Duty Bodyguard and Faking with Benefits. So first we have 3 Swedish mountain men. 3 gorgeous men, one secluded Swedish mountain cabin. It looks like my vacation is about to heat up. Oh yeah, and Lily Gold literally does reverse heroes of 3 dudes and a girl every time. So after my ex-boyfriend viciously humiliates me online, I know I have to get away. The last thing I expect on my trip to Sweden is a moose standing in the middle of the road, or the mysterious bearded ranger who pulls me from my wrecked car. Now a storm's brewing, and I'm being carried into a secluded mountain cabin by a Nordic god rippling with muscles. Inside, I'm greeted by 3 sizzling hot mountain men. Riven, the cool collected doctor, Ellie, the flirty ski instructor, and Cole, the rugged blonde ranger. Trapped inside the cabin, we only have the roaring fire and each other to keep warm, and things heat up fast. But I'm not who I say I am. When my mountain men find out my true identity, will they be able to forgive my lies and love the real me? Or will my painful secret shatter our relationship to pieces? This looks good. And another one, I don't like pregnancy tropes, but this is not a pregnancy trope. It does have a baby. Also, like, I love the cartoony covers. So this says Nanny for the Neighbors. And it says, to the boys in apartment 5A, congratulations, you have a kid. That's the note attached to the abandoned baby carrier says. That's what the note attached to the abandoned baby carrier says. And now my 3 neighbors are in deep trouble. None of them have a clue how to look after the baby that's been left on their doorstep. Luckily, there's Nanny in the building. I can barely believe my eyes when the gorgeous boys next door come knocking for my help. The truth is, I've been secretly crushing on the guys in 5A for years, and now I finally have an excuse to meet them all. There's Jack, the sweet, nerdy game designer. Cyrus, the flirty, dark-eyed dancer, and Sebastian, the businessman with a cold stare. Oh, knowing how she writes people, Sebastian's gonna be like Luke and Vicking with Benefit. I'm not gonna like it from the start, and then I'm gonna fall hard for him. Fuck, okay. Every day, I go to their apartment to take care of the baby, and every night they take care of me. It doesn't take long for our arrangement to get steamy. Soon, I'm falling for all 3 of them, and when work threatened to tear us apart, one thing becomes very clear. I'm sick of being the girl next door. It's time this nanny got a promotion. Last but not least, on the TBR, is the Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This would be a reread for me. There's no post-it notes because I didn't tab my books yet when I read it. I want to reread it because I bought a copy of this for my mom for Christmas, and I want to reread it and then talk with her about it, I guess. So, Olive Torres is used to being the unlucky twin. From inexplicable mishaps to a recent layoff, her life seems to be almost comically jinxed. By contrast, her sister, Amy, is an eternal champion. She even managed to finance her entire wedding by winning a slew of contests. Fortunately for Olive, the only thing worse than constant bad luck is having to spend the wedding day with the best man and her nemesis, Ethan Thomas. Olive braces herself for wedding hell, determined to put on a brave face, but when the entire wedding party gets food poisoning, the only people who aren't affected are Olive and Ethan. Suddenly, there's a free honeymoon up for grabs, and Olive will be damned if Ethan gets to enjoy paradise solo. Agreeing to a temporary truce, the pair head for Maui. After all, 10 days of bliss are worth having to assume the role of loving newlyweds, right? But the weird thing is, Olive doesn't mind playing pretend. In fact, the more she pretends to be the luckiest woman alive, the more it feels like she might be. Also, the husband, I don't remember his name. I want to say Bruce. But he's a bitch. So, that's the TBR, and I'm now realizing I've been filming for like 20 minutes. So this is going to be a long video. I hope you're cozy. Yeah. I'm going to start with Lily Gold books, but Christmas is this weekend, so I'm going to read one of these and then read this and then go back to the other books. I think I'm going to start with 3 Swedish Mountain Men because, you know, it's cold outside. So these are going to be my first 2, and yeah. at work and I just finished 3 Swedish Mountain Men. It was a 5 stars, like I hoped. I'm feeling like rom-com books were the way to go for me. I read it in 2 days. And I will be starting Nanny For The Neighbors right now, again by Lily Gold, because I love her so much. And I'll talk to you more about 3 Swedish Mountain Men when I get home. I am currently going to do my makeup to go to work, but I'm also going to give you my little review for the 3 Swedish Mountain Men at the same time. So I really loved that book. Give it a 5-star. Like, every little gold book I have read so far. I'm currently reading the only one I haven't read yet. And I loved the character. And something I love about Lily Gold books is that there is always like a subplot about the characters. And you get to learn why characters are the way they are. The love interests are always 3 different kinds. The one you will love from the start, super flirty. The brooding one that will fall in love last. And another one that you'll fall for second, but like you'll also super love. So in this one, we had Daisy, who, after a big thing happens in her hometown, like a big scandal, she decides to take a vacation to Sweden to get away from everyone who knows her and the scandal. And when she gets there, first day she's there, mind you, she gets a car accident trying to not hit a moose on the road. And it's about to be a snowstorm also. So that's fun. So these 2 men, Cole and Ellie, or Eli, I don't know how to pronounce his name, you know, go to her rescue, and they take her to their cabin where they live with Riven, who's the 3rd dude, because Riven is a doctor, and so we can check if there's anything. And also they tow her car to get it fixed, and when her car is fixed she can go. So she ends up living with these 3 dudes until it happens, and being snowed in also during a storm. And yeah, there's forced proximity, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's what I have to say about it. It was just great. If you ever want some sweet rom-com reverse harems, get Lily Gold books. Lily Gold's books. She has a new one coming out in spring. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, that's all I have to really say about it. I just had a realization. So I started working with Aphrodite not long ago, and now I just want to read rom-coms all day, every day, and be just comfy and relax in the bath. And romance, beauty, and self-care. I think that's partly because of her. I am currently reading Nanny For The Neighbors, which I don't think I'm enjoying as much as the others, but there is like a plot of like the child, which I usually don't love as much, but I'm also enjoying it because I really like the characters. So I'm about halfway through the book, I think, at this point. So I'll give you another review when I finish it. So yeah, I'll see you later. I just got to the getting together slash I love you slash I need you slash don't want to be without you scene in this shit, and I'm about to cry. I'm not crying, you're crying. Holy shit. Another 5-star reads. Okay, so wow. Didn't think I would love it this much, but the more it went on, the more I loved it. 5-star. So here we have, where is she? Beth, Jack, Cyrus, and Sebastian. And basically the 3 dudes they have had casual sex with a girl, the 3 of them at some point, and she fell pregnant but didn't tell them. And one day that girl is going to rehab and just drops the baby on their doorstep. They don't know whose it is, and they don't know how to care for a baby. So she's a nanny, she's out of a job. They go and get her, and she takes care of the baby and teach them how to be parents, and they all fall in love. And the epilogue for this thing blew my mind. It was just so sweet, and I cried at work. So yeah, I fucking loved it. Next, I really want to read Kiss Her Once for Me for the holidays, but it's at my fiance's house and I'm not there. So next up, I'm gonna read Love and Other Disasters, and after that I'm gonna read Kiss Her Once for Me. Watching MasterChef Australia for the past 4 years of my mom really prepared me for reading this book. If you've never watched a cooking competition, you might be a little bit lost. But also London, they're being so sweet. I already love them and I'm 40 pages in. I'm 46 pages in and London is realizing some shit, my guy. I love London so much. They are so sweet and amazing. Holy shit. They just kissed for the first time, and London's like, oh, that must be a mistake, whatever, just a moment. And then Delia kisses them again, and they're like, oh shit, she actually meant that. It's so fucking sweet. Is it just me, or rom-com sex scenes hit different, my guy? All the build-up and the crushes, it just makes it so much better. Oh my god. Delia just realized she's in love. I repeat, it says because she loves them. I'm 280 pages in and my heart is fucking breaking, my guy. So London just admitted they love Delilah. So here's a little review of Love and Other Disaster. I fucking loved it. Gave it a 5 stars. Rom-com is really taking me out of my reading slump, and I am having a lot of fun. So it is about Delia and London, who are both on this cooking show challenge competition thing called Chef Special. Delia goes there because after her divorce, cooking is the only thing that made her happy again. and London, well, they always loved cooking, and they are out as non-binary using they them pronoun on the show, and it is, you know, a big thing. And we watched them fall in love in the competition, and it's very sweet. And I just want to say a special I love you to Barbara and Kat. Barbara is a little old grandma who was like, ooh, they like each other. And Kat is definitely queer. That's all we know about her. Like, yeah, it is a queer love story. It is super sweet. I loved it a lot. Don't know what else to say, honestly. Yeah. Christmas is past, because we're December 28th. But I will be starting Kiss Her Once for Me later today. Because I need the fake dating / marriage of convenience mixed with, like, second chance and queer and family drama. So, yeah. We made it, my dudes. We have a demisexual main character. It's the second book I'm reading that has a demisexual main character, but it's the first one that she knows about it, because the other one is Love Hypothesis. Like, with how Olives describes her sexual identity / sexual attractions, she's definitely demi, but like, she point blank just said, I'm bi, so technically yes, I'm into dudes, but I'm also demisexual, which means I don't experience sexual attraction without a strong emotional bond. As a demisexual, I'm so fucking happy about that. We just met Dylan, like, not even a page ago, and I love them so much. It needs to be said, the two grandmas, Mima and Lovey, they're just fucking amazing. I have 45 pages left and I'm scared it's not gonna be a good ending. Like, not a happy ending. Everyone deserves a Meredith in their life. Like, luckily I have mine, but everyone deserves one. So, as you saw, I finished Kiss Her Once for Me, and just like all of the books I've read in this fucking vlog so far, I gave it 5 stars. So, it's about Ellie, who, last Christmas, fell in love with a girl named Jack, and the next day, it didn't work out. We learn why in the book. And this year, she is faking an engagement to Andrew, so he can have his inheritance, and by that she gets 10% of the inheritance, which, like, it's a $2 million inheritance, so it's $200,000 for her, and she's broke, so, like. And then when she's at the family's cabin for Christmas, she discovers that Andrew is Jack's brother. And in there we see Andrew's and Ellie's relationship. Because, like, they actually get, like, a good friendship, you know, out of this. And her relationship with Jack, talking about the past. And we get a glimpse of what happened in the past because she made a webcomic out of it. And so, like, we have parts, like, the past timeline is, like, how she wrote it in the webcomic. Anyways, it's very cute. And, yeah. And this book is about failure a lot, because Ellie is afraid of failing before she even fails, and yeah, it has a lot of talk about failure and being scared of failure and actually failing and stuff like that. And also, it's about all kinds of relationships, so of course we have, like, the love, we have friendship, we have family relationships, good and not as good, and honestly, Meredith, which is Ellie's best friend, such a sweetheart. We all need one of her in our lives. I think I said that in this vlog so far. I already found mine. My best friend's like that, but we all need one. And there's Ari, who is the self-proclaimed best friend of Ellie's and co-worker, and she is so sweet also. She's amazing. Anyways, beside our main character being bi and demisexual, we have a lesbian character, Jack. Then we have Andrew, who is not straight. And then we have Dylan, who's Jack's best friend, who's non-binary. Then we have Ari, who is a trans lesbian, who is also poly and has 2 girlfriends. Like, so much queer representation in this book, and it was amazing, and I loved it so much. So I will see you later. That was a cool transition, wasn't it? The next book I'm reading is She Gets the Girl. So, yay. I'm at the part where Molly and Alex meet at a party, like they meet for the first time. Alex is being such a fucking bitch. Like, can you be nice? Alright, so as you saw, I finished She Gets a Girl while I was at work today. And I gave it a 4-star compared to all the 5 stars I've been giving in this vlog. Because it's a 370 pages book, and the relationship really starts to pick up at 265 pages in, and you know, it's a rom-com. So this book, let me give you a little what's about, and then we can talk more about it. In this book, we have our 2 main characters, who are Alex and Molly. Alex knows how to get the girl. She's always able to get the girl. She's always able to flirt her way in or out of stuff. And her girlfriend knows that and doesn't really trust her. And like, they're kind of girlfriends-ish. And doesn't trust her. And when she goes off to college, she's like, yeah, no, like, next time I'm gonna see you, you're gonna have another girl, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm gonna prove to her that 1, she's my girlfriend, and 2, I can make friends without being a flirt. And then we have Molly, who is a shy girl, never have had a girlfriend, like her best friend's her mom. And then she goes to college, and she really, really, really wants to be able to get in a relationship with Cora. She's been in love. Like, she's had a huge crush on Cora since high school, but she's never actually talked to her. To prove to her girlfriend that, you know, she can have friends without being a flirt, Molly wants to, Alex wants to help Molly get with Cora. And then they have a friendship, and they end up falling in love together. The friendship part of it was so sweet, and like starting from 0, building the friendship, and then realizing there's feelings. It was really great. As I said, it was slow for a rom-com, but I do like the friendship aspect and like starting from 0. Also, Natalie is a bitch. Cora is selfish. Sorry to say it, but she's fucking selfish. And then we have Molly, who I could relate to her a little bit because I have social anxiety, and seeing her like open up herself to the world was just so amazing. And also Alex, she's kind of a bitch to Molly at the start, but she's very fucking sweet. Also, the authors, how they look is basically how the Molly and Alex are described in the book, and it just makes me so happy. I Alright, so next book I'm gonna read was not on the TBR because I pre-ordered it and it came in today and I forgot I had pre-ordered it. It's Loath to Love You by Ali Hazelwood, which is 3 of her short stories combined into one book, so we have Under One Roof. Next we have Stuck With You. And Below Zero. A lot of people are like, oh, Ali Hazelwood, like, everything she writes is a Love Hypothesis 2.0. Yeah, but Love Hypothesis is one of my favorite books ever, so I don't care. So, yeah, I'm gonna start that because I got a new Ali Hazelwood book, so I cannot, like, wait before I read it. I think the 3 novellas are about 3 best friends, because it says Sadie designed fancy eco-suitable sustainable buildings in New York City, which is where the elevator thing happens, and Hannah is freezing her bottle at some Arctic research station NASA put up in Norway, which is where the other one happens. That's fucking cool if they're actually like a trio of best friends and this is what happens. Holy shit. So this was another 5-star. Since it's a novella, you don't get like you would have a novel, you don't get everything, but still it was top notch. So, Under One Roof. I can't even show you like the full cover, but it's this one right here. It's about Mara and Liam, who end up being roommates. So basically, Mara's professor slash mentor from university dies, and she was like family to her, and so she left her a house. But the catch is someone else owns the house, Liam. So like she moves in there, and yeah, it's just starting from there. Something I loved is that the prologue was present day, and then like prologue is present day, and then chapter one starts 6 months ago, so we see glimpses of the 6 months they spent together. As I said, since it's not a full-length novel, we don't see everything, but we do see the most important and sweetest moments of the relationship, so that's really amazing. And yeah, honestly, I loved Liam so much. So yeah, Ali Hazelwood makes something, I'm gonna read it because it's always a good fucking time. So I'm about to start Stuck With You, which is the second book I have in here, and tell you about that later. Also, I think I'm really gonna love Stuck With You, since it's like super forced proximity. My god, like they're stuck in an elevator together for X amount of time till let's say it doesn't, so like I fucking love Eric. He's a sweetheart. I finished Stuck With You and I loved it even more than Under One Roof. It made me change my rating for Under One Roof down from 5 stars to 4.5 because Stuck With You, that's the real 5 stars in here, my guy. It's also a dual timeline, kind of like Under One Roof, but instead we have when they are stuck in the elevator for the hour they're stuck in there, and 3 weeks ago when they spent, like, when they had a date and spent the night together, and like why they never talked to each other after. And I fucking loved Eric so much, which kind of fucks with my head because that's also my dad's name. So that's fun. Yeah, I really loved it so fucking much. So I am going to start Below Zero, which is the third book in this, or the third novella in the book. I just love how it's peppered in that Mara's, nope, not Mara, that Hannah is not straight. Like, oh, the girl I casually hooked up with during my sophomore year of undergrad, like, just casually, she's not straight. Alright, so, Below Zero. It was the one I liked the less in the 3 novellas we have, but I still gave it a 4 star. I still like enjoyed it. So it is about Ian and Anna, who both work on the rovers at NASA's, like the Mars rovers, and Anna goes on an expedition in Norway. It's the AMASE expedition thing, because basically like the north part of northern pole like kind of looks like the conditions on Mars, but like instead of snow it's sand on Mars. Anyways, the terrain, is that the word, is what the closer we have to Mars. So, you know, there's stats there. And in the prologue of Below Zero, Anna is stuck in a crevice right before a storm, and her team told her, like, hey, we can't send anyone to save you because of the storm that's coming. So basically, like, hey, we'll have to leave you out there to die. And Ian goes out to save her. And then we, again, have 2 timelines in this novella where we see their history together and, like, their love-hate relationship. And, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very sweet. The only thing I hated was the sex scene. If you go on Goodreads, most of the reviews say the same. During the sex scene, Ian compares her body to places on Mars. So, you know, her boobs are compared to mountains that are on Mars, like in that thing. It was not a turn on for me. I was like, okay, cool, sex scene, whatever. When usually I'm like, oh, nice smut. So that was the only thing I really didn't like, but I did have a lot of fun. Also, in the Loaf to Love You book, we have a bonus chapter, and the bonus chapter made my heart melt. Let me tell you, I loved it so much. Like, if you have the chance to read it, do it. Like, it's about, like, the 3 friends. So we have Mara, Sadie, and Anna, which the 3 novellas are about. So it's about them and their boyfriends, and it's just very sweet. Anyways, I am starting the book Lovers, which a lot of people say is the best book they have read by Emily Henry. So I hope it will be, because I didn't like People We Meet on Vacation, and I really liked Beach Read. So I just got this super cute quote. It's on page 227, start of chapter 21, and it's just, how do you do that? Do what? Say the right thing. No one thinks that. I do. Maybe I just say the right thing for you. But Charlie and Nora, chef's kiss. I love them. I just fucking love the push and pull they're having. Oh, I love them so much. Holy shit. I'm crying. Note to self. Never read rom-coms while PMSing, because like I'm on page 299 and it's just I just finished Book Lovers, and let me tell you, I understand why it's on so many people's 2022 favorite lists. I gave it 4.5 out of 5, and it was so sweet. So the story is about Nora and Charlie, who are kind of work rivals-ish, and they are both seen like very intense people and just really into their work. And every time like they work together, it doesn't work out. And then after agreeing with her sister to go on a 3-week vacation to Sunshine Fall in North Carolina, Nora bumps into Charlie again, and then we have a very like we have a love story, but it's also like not instant love. Like they flirt and they kind of get to know each other better than like work. It's just very sweet. I really liked, we also had some family relationships in there, like between Nora and Libby, who's her sister, and between Charlie and his parents, and it was just a very good book, very sweet. I am about halfway through the book, and Ruby is realizing what her feelings actually are, and let me tell you, that's a thing. The realizations are hitting hard. Do you really like me? I'm not allowed to like you, but I don't care. I don't really care about that right now. What does that mean? It means I don't care about anything except how much I want to kiss you and have everything be okay between us. I'm 250 pages in, and it's hitting me like bus because my ex-girlfriend was not out when we were dating. Like, she was out in school but not to her family. And honestly, I can kind of relate to Morgan in the, like, I'm not a secret, like, I'm with you, the fuck, but also to the, like, fear of being out that Ruby has, and it's kind of breaking my heart, honestly. Aaron is my favorite character in this book. That's it. That's all. Like, I love him so much. Dylan is such an amazing brother, my guy. Like, holy shit. Alright, so I just finished Some Girls Do. Where is it? It was a 4-star for me. It was quite cute, and I related more than I wanted to. But that's okay. That's cool. So the story is about Morgan and Ruby. Morgan, who is out and proud as a lesbian, and who actually got kicked out of her old Catholic school for it. And she ends up at the school where she meets Ruby. Ruby is so far in the closet. Honestly, she's probably found Narnia at this point. And she is a pageant beauty queen because her mom was one and her mom wants her to be one. But actually just loves working on cars. And then, like, they start falling for each other, but again, you know, Ruby is not out to anyone at all. And so it is a coming of age with romance, rom-com-ish, high school, and just, yeah, it was very sweet. I liked it a lot, but as I said, it was a 4-star. Not the best we've had, but honestly, I am more grown up now than I was before, and so high school stuff sometimes not my thing, especially rom-coms. That's what I've realized. So yeah. Next book I'm gonna read, it will be the last in this reading vlog. It will be the Unhoneymooners. It will be a reread for me, so I will see you guys in that one. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. and I really need to go to bed right now. I just finished my reread of the Honeymooners, so let's talk about that. So the first time I read it was 2 years ago, literally at the start of 2021, and I gave it 5 stars. And this time, I'm giving it 5 stars again. It is just so good. Prime enemies to lovers, rom-com, forced proximity, fake dating, everything. So this book is about Olive and Ethan who go to their siblings' wedding. Okay. Olive's sister, Amy, is getting married to Dane, who is Ethan's brother. And at the wedding, there is a fish buffet. So Ethan doesn't eat that because he has a thing with buffets and bacterias. And Olive doesn't eat that because of an allergy. So when everyone gets sick because of the buffet, they are the only two who are doing good. And the honeymoon is a non-refundable giveaway 10-day trip that Olive's twin sister won. So Ethan and her are pretending to be a newlywed couple on this vacation, and you know, they start falling for each other. I love the banter, the back and forth just so much, but also the family dynamics we see, and like the trust in the sibling and the sibling just relationships in general, as well as Olive's family, which is a huge family. We see them interact, and it's a feel-good book, honestly. this is the end of the rom-com reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I will definitely be doing more reading vlogs in the future. So if you did like this and you want to see more of it, you can subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!